Kumbaya. Yes. Good people. There's something I'm going to ask of you right now. You got to understand. Here we are. This is a day of rejoice. And I need you to join me in fellowship, to join me. Donate right now to the Empire State Token. It's called the Big Apple Dividend. Empire State Token. When you stake this token, Empire State, you get Big Apple dividends. Yes. Put everything in and get nothing out. You will get wrecked. That is the purpose of you. You will get wrecked. Pleb. Buy into my token. You sacrifice. It's an ICO. Donate now. The sacrifice phase, the ICO, the donation phase is now. It's live. The Empire State Token. You stake it, you get Big Apple dividends. This is especially for the Hex community. Yes. I want to see you all get wrecked. Buy into my token right now. And Richard Hart, you my nigga. Richard.
What's up?
And when Pulse Chain comes out, it's okay. You'll have twice the chance to lose everything and get wrecked. Embrace the wreckness. Embrace it all. Embrace the loss. Yes. Richard Hart, you my nigga. Yes. Embrace it all. Embrace the wreckness. Lose. Get all types of nothing. Be happy with nothing. Okay? Empire State Token. The sacrifice is live. You stake it, you get Big Apple dividends. Next up, the new schedule programming. It's a big payback and Hex is on the attack. My heart's bigger than Frank White's Coogee sweater. I stake for 15 years so I can live better and make love to my wife so my nostrils clearer. Win or losses, anytime I lose I win. Not afraid to take any L's on the chin. This grown man business, you need to bear witness and exercise more physical fitness. I play for long distance. Don't ever serve me any 2 pieces of chicken without the biscuits. And give me the gravy or something light like turkey. But I'm not gonna sleep mental formaldehyde. I'm tougher than cowhide, and when you see me, don't say hi. Peace to the people that get high, who wanna open their spiritual chambers with the third eye. Osiris meets Einstein, theoretical relativity. Atlantis is fine wine. They say you can't walk on water, but that's out of order, because the ancient orders know that secret life is to live longer than shorter. But I'm a little part, so where's my water? Tell them one more time. They say you can't walk on water, but that's out of order, because the ancient orders know the secret to life is to live longer than shorter. But I'm a little parched, so where's my water? I want to do good in this world. And part of doing good is sort of giving back. I mean, I like crypto. Part of my doing good is talking about Hex. Most efficient with this cryptocurrency addition. They say I'm brainwashed to spell the superstition. I mind my Hex on the Pulse Chain. If you don't, you could catch a migraine. Most efficient with this cryptocurrency addition. They say I'm brainwashed to spell the superstition. I mind my Hex on the Pulse Chain. If you don't, you can catch a migraine. I really don't know what that gentleman is talking about by catching a migraine. I mean, what does he mean by that? You gotta wonder. Are you serious? Are you serious? What up? What we doing? What's going on, everybody? Good day, good evening, good morning, good night, good everything. What's the deal? You got Westcott. You don't know. Westcott, what's up, man? What's up? Al Merlos, what's happening? God. What's up? Disciple in the building.
Ah, too funny, too funny. LaDaddy Moore said, let's go. Merlos again. Yeah, the weekend is definitely here. LFG. I quickly went back inside. Back inside of the gated community. Yeah, yeah, for sure. You know? Yeah, yeah. Disciples in the building, man. Disciples in the building, you know? Yeah, yeah, the stream was fire. As usual. Post Nation streams fire as usual, y'all. You know? He says much appreciated. But Daniel Moore, that song, yeah, appreciate it, appreciate it. Wonders on fire, appreciate that, yo. You know, yeah, secret to life to live longer than, yeah, you know how that is. You know, no, they're not new, man. Well, the last one, I I did this recently. The others are old, like 2-3 years old, 2 years old, something like that. Yeah. So people like, where do we start? You know, like where do we start? All right. You know, I'm not much of a TA guy. I'm not. I don't. Shout out to all the technical analysis folks out there. You know, I don't. You know, that's not my thing. Fundamental analysis, cool, cool with that too. It's cool, but I'm more of a realist, right? Because I gotta respect the bread, because no one's gonna respect it more than me. And so I'm watching. You know, I was on the stream last night, and you know, the brothers were telling me like about some weird stuff going on, and I was like, wow, that's crazy. But I can't be surprised because this is what you find over here, man. Especially in DeFi, it's just folks just reduce themselves to levels like unimaginable. Like you're supposed to be adults, supposed to be adults, supposed to be right, enjoying situations, enjoying life, enjoying the opportunities that are abound over here. And I'm watching folks like more than just, it's beyond at this point, it's beyond like fighting and infighting and all that. Like, you know, people are embracing disrespect. They're embracing coonery. They're embracing lying, deceiving. This is what's going on over here, right? Instead of taking all that energy and applying it where it counts, taking all that energy, all that time that you can't get back, and focus on what really matters, improving yourself as a person, right? It's not about being told what to do. It's about doing the right thing for yourself. No one cares if you do it or not, but think about it. Like, would you rather expend your energy in places and in areas where it requires your attention? For example, your well-being, your health. None of us are out here walking in tip-top shape, regardless if you want to believe that or not. You got some pain in your left eye, a crick in your neck, some type of disorder going on in your system. Go get checked out so you could feel better and experience some possible future mad gains. But folks don't care about things like that. They delve into their feelings. They celebrate their egos. They celebrate their pride, right? And want to yell and scream and say, yeah, I'm always right and everybody's wrong. For what? To what end? Like, when does it stop, right? It doesn't stop. It just keeps on going. So when you know there are sort of like strategies and plays and patterns and things that are going on, and then you see it's just heading to a road down something real crazy, don't get on that ride. Don't get on that train to destruction. Stay and focus on what you got going on always. To see that you reach your outcome, your desired outcome. Because a lot of these people over here right now, they more than lost their way. They lost their way and don't care if you lose it with them. They want you to lose it faster than they have. You know, I made a parody, a satire about, donate to Empire State Token. Yeah, because, you're going to get wrecked. This is before Pulse Chain even launched. Said it in the thing I created 3 years ago. And people are reliving it out so well today. They took their opportunity that they weren't even guaranteed, had no expectations to receive, got it and lost it, gave it away. For folks that presented promises, for folks that to people that presented lies, constantly, regular, up to date, up to now. These things are taking place here. Why? Because you thought that someone else had your best interest in their hearts. How does that work? How does that work? Do you really think in the real world, in real life, think about, just keep things simple. Apply some common sense. You think people don't want what's in your pocket? Vendors, stores, merchants, business owners, everybody wants your little piece of money in every which way. Whether it's from a product you got to get, whether it's from a service you got to receive, everyone wants to sink their hands in your pockets, man. From the entities that are out here, IRS, all kinds of bureaucratic gaga, to the common convenience store owner or bodega owner, wherever you go to live your life and do what you have to do to buy your goods and services. That's what they want. You think they don't want? That's not magnified over here in crypto. Is magnified, and in crypto you're supposed to have all the control you can. Out here you don't have control. They say taxes are voluntary, but try not paying your taxes and you don't have the resource to even apply any type of legal tax avoidance. If you don't have the resource and you try to call that, oh yeah, you're gonna not pay your tax, and see how that work out for you. See how that work out. Over here, you're given the control, you're given the opportunity to say, here, this is how you can be empowered to have ownership of what you acquire, of what you hold. This is how you could do it. And what folks are doing now are dismissing that, offering you opportunity to lose consistently. Like, think about this, bro. Think about this. Like, I'm going to do a fugazi pseudo recap of what took place last week, right? It's Saturday, so we're going to do a BS nonsense recap of what took place last week. Yo, you got people in the community talking about, oh, let's do this whatever campaign to get this token listed on a central to get this token listed on a centralized exchange. I can't even finish the statement. It's comical. It's comical to me. Oh yeah, I put up this amount of money, and it's almost like folks want to pledge. Remember pledging? I don't know if some of y'all, whatever, but growing up, you had to pledge to do these 5-mile walks. You have to have people basically sponsor you so that you could walk 5 miles and this and that and that and this. And this is different here, but this is what this reminds me of. Folks are raising money, and you have influencers, right, who supporting these campaigns, right, who been here from the beginning, right? Oh, okay. Why? Well, what's the purpose? Oh, you need to bring more eyes. You need to bring more eyes onto the. I can't even say it and be serious because this thing is absolute comedy to me, man. Tragic comedy for some of y'all. You buying into this narrative, man. If you're gonna do it for some subpar centralized exchange, because even there's rankings within the quality of centralized exchange, it's all trash. But even with the basket of trash, there's levels of trash within the trash. This is subpar. You know how subpar the exchange is? This is an exchange, right? This centralized exchange is the exchange that people were flocking to once Ethereum 2.0 staking fork took place, September 12, 2022. Oh, where can we get the other copies of the ghost chains? The ghost chain. What's the other exchange you can use? That exchange. Some Mexi. That's where you could have gotten copies of those, right, of the other proof of work, the two ghost chains. You could have gotten them there. I don't know if you still can get them there, but the 2 years of this, and it's subpar. You're looking at it, and it's all around suspect. It reminds me of fugaziness, like Coin Exchange from back in the days, from Cryptopia back in the days, from Hotbit back in the days, from all these old weirdo exchanges where you leave yourself at the mercy of someone else in charge of your precious value. You leave someone else, you leave it in the hand of whoever, hoping that you get something back. Weird. And then this is something that's celebrated now. Oh no, no, this is adoption. Folks, this is why sometimes you need, like, the position that you play in life is paramount. Like, you have to have people to guide. You have to have people to learn from, as far as like, and people to understand. In order to be a leader, you have to understand what it is to be a follower, right? So you got these individuals out here. These individuals are supposed to be leaders, right, in the community, telling y'all what they're doing, trying to imply that what they're doing you should support, because they're telling you what they're doing, and they're understanding their role. They're understanding their influence. This word again, influence. They're understanding their position, and they're telling you, listen, we're doing this here, and it seems, and make it sound like it's a noble deed. It's a effort to bring more eyes and attention to a blockchain, right? This sounds good. It sounds good until you understand what's really taking place. It's another glorified way to get fleeced. It's another glorified way for these people to point you in a direction to lose what you got. Back in the days, there was this guy in the Bitcoin community. I say back in the days because I don't see him talking anymore. Trace Meyer. I believe he's an attorney, or was. I don't know. I'm not gonna say was, like, an attorney. This guy was like one of the top spokespersons, the top advocates for BTC. Top guys. He invented something, well, not invented, but created this thing. You know how people, they want to start movements and stuff. Every January 3rd of every year, people understand they understand January 3rd is the first Genesis block for Bitcoin. Yeah. Cool. But he used that day to coin proof of keys, right? Trace Meyer. Proof of keys. Why am I bringing this up? Oh, okay, easy. Because that's the day that you're supposed to prove that you own your crypto by removing it off of every exchange that your crypto's on. Every single exchange. Because once they have it, you don't own it. So January 3rd, every day, proof of keys. Oh, proof of keys day. This, nerd, crypto nerd stuff. I don't care. I'm a nerd too. Who cares? But this is something that he was teaching the people in the community, Bitcoiners and crypto worldwide, whatever. But he's pro Bitcoin. That was his thing. You take your thing out off of the exchanges and keep them in your possession. whatever you want to do, cold storage, hot wallet, but you have the keys, not the exchange. Why? Why do you think that was even a thing? Folks dismiss that now, right? Why do you think Richard for years, RH for years has talked about no middlemen, not your keys, not your coins, no middlemen, no middlemen, no middlemen, no third parties, no middlemen, no middlemen, no middlemen. What are these people doing now? Support the middlemen, embrace the middlemen. Yo. Support the middleman. I have your best interest at heart. So I have the mind to raise funds. And guess what? Out of good faith, I'm telling you, I put up 10 racks towards getting this thing listed in a middleman's control, in the hands of a middle person. And people are like, oh, yeah, sure. You know, this sounds like a good idea. Sounds like a good idea. I'm going to do it. What? No middleman was no. Forget about that. That was effective in the past. How is it not effective anymore? How is it not relevant anymore? It's already bad enough. It's already bad enough. These same spokespeople, right, support leverage trading. It's already bad enough. You got all that going on. What's next? What's next? You know, I tell you, man, the propaganda, the nonsense, the misinformation that's out here that's trying to guide you to lose is so powerful, and it's working. It's so powerful that people don't care anymore. They don't care. They just want to just take care of their instant gratification today, right now, versus everything else. Folks don't respect patience. They don't respect anything dealing with applying, doing the work that's necessary for you to position yourself so that you can safely win, quote unquote, safely. So now you're talking about, oh, you gotta put these coins up because no one is seeing them. How are these no coiners going to be able to come to the market? The no coiners got to learn if it matters to them. The no coiners got to make the effort to do the work if it matters to them. It's not my responsibility to consistently go out here and stand on a corner with a megaphone talking blah, 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 and telling people and just talking to them, and then I got to do all the work for them. No, if they don't want, I'm not going to work harder than anybody else who wants to work less than I do. You understand? Just like I had to learn on my own volition, I had to take the time and understand everyone else has to do the same too. Because truth be told, everyone is not needed to see maximum gains. Everyone wasn't needed to be in the market or even in the Hex community 2 years ago to see 10,000 X gains. 3 years, whenever, 2021, when it went to 55 cents or whatever. You think the entire market was? No. People who were in the know, they received the spoils of those gains and rewards. The entire globe didn't know about it. They didn't even care. And it's funny how the same person, for example, because the tweet came from one person about, this, MEXC, and we're gonna do this with MEXC. Yo, you the main antagonizer. You've been an antagonizer since the beginning of Hex. You didn't care for Hex like that. Sideways energy, contrarian to the max. And he's kept that say, if you watch people, if you watch their patterns, they're going to reveal to you what they're about and their character. And that's what these people have done. They don't care for Hex. Period. They don't care, much less staking and all this other stuff. They don't care. They're not about that. Well, look at what they support. They can't even wrap their minds about a 10,000x valuation. They can't even, they just think it's just arbitrage. And it happened. They think it's something that's make believe. They think that, they don't understand how the T-share could magically improve the price of Hex. This is what's been said. This is what's been said. Something at an all-time low as far as Hex. $4 million valuation. You want to celebrate market cap? It's market when it was at $4 million market cap. At 10,000x, which is what it reached, 55, 56 cents or whatever. What do you think the market cap was then? You thinking things are impossible, can't be reached. These things can't happen. $40 billion market cap. Like it was nothing. Whoever wanted to liquidate and get out of the system and get millions and millions of dollars a clip, they got it. Folks didn't believe it could happen, and it happened. And you got these same people that have been in the things from the beginning who still are obstinate. They're stubborn. They don't want you to believe that this thing could reach. And not only Hex, but Pulse Chain, PulseX, Ink Token. They don't want you to believe that what took place with Hex can happen with those tokens too. Because they want you to believe that they could trade market cap. That market cap is so pivotal, right? So important. It has its purpose though, folks. It does. But you can't just be buying into someone else's story who's been in the beginning, who's been in this whole thing from beginning, duping you into believing that what they got going on with their 20x predictions is worth more, and how whatever they created and forked, whatever copies of another entities from Ethereum that they forked on top of the copies that were already landed on Pulse Chain, that their coins will outperform what was already created to achieve 5 figures and better as far as multiples, X's. It is what it is. This is not, we're not gossiping here. This is not, oh, he said, she said. This is not novella, crypto reality show episode, blah, blah, blah. This is real stuff going on here, y'all. Like, it's amazing to me how this whole thing has been reduced to an absolute circus. Absolute circus. Absolute circus. Y'all got to be careful, man. Y'all have to be careful in what you do and who you listen to. The mania that's taking place, right? Because this is not even entertaining for me anymore. This is borderline, this is sordid, macabre. This is just devilish type situations going on over here, man. These people don't care about your well-being. They only care about their own self-interest. You got people who, since I don't even understand what happened to the Maximus Collective. I don't understand what happened to them. And it wasn't Maximus that I'm talking about that was campaigning to have Hex listed on PLS. I'm sorry, to have PLS listed on MEXC. That's the PH Collective. Them guys, like. But I don't even know what happened to the Maximus folks. Like, y'all, like, it's like, what, when do you separate feelings from truth? When do you separate facts from whatever? Separate that. Like, take the emotions out of the equation. Ever since this whole thing with this whole E-Hex, P-Hex, the whole market decided market, nobody, move on. You can't control. You could only control what you can control. That's all you can do. That's all you can do. Some guys decided to just, now create like some weird coins. I call them weird because I'm not into the meme thing. It's just weird. I'm not into memes. I'm not. I don't care for them. And Now you call yourself trying to onboard by going into other blockchains and onboarding it. These ideas, it sounds good. It sounds cool. It sounds good. Oh, you're gonna go into someone else's situation, someone else's town, city, and you're trying to, promote whatever you got going on, et cetera, et cetera. So do you? But don't say that now you're trying to bring this somewhere else and introduce eyes and attention onto a chain. Like, what is that about? Onto a chain of that allowed you to be successful, where you built your following, your beginnings from. It was really from Ethereum first, because this was before Pulse Chain that you launched your stuff. So it's crazy. I said to myself, what's going on here? How do you? It's another example of I don't understand. Folks have lost their mind, they lost their way, they got in their feelings or whatever. They didn't like something they saw on Twitter. They didn't like what the market is doing, and so they getting up and want to prove that they're right, and their egos are inflated, and they want to go somewhere else and beat their chest and say, hey, let's start all over and this and that, and forget about what got them to be successful, quote unquote. You're gonna forget an old friend and start all over and go somewhere like Solana, and do something over there. And people have every right to do whatever they want. Every right to do whatever they want. How folks today can still celebrate some Solana is a mystery to me. It's a mystery. Absolute mystery. Because it's all about self-interest. It's never about anything else, about the good for a community or other people, because you can't tell me in good faith you're gonna risk more of your reputation. You're gonna risk other people's money, because like, really, you're gonna do all these things with a chain that has been consistently turning off, a chain that has been consistently down in operation. No flawless uptime. No flawless uptime can be said about some Solana. And that's the chain you choose. Okay, you know something I don't know. And then, even more bizarre is how these folks, you got a segment of people in over Solana, they got coins that just, I'm saying to myself, what? Because see, you find everything good in life and you find everything bad. So it shouldn't be a surprise where you have, right, hateful coins discriminating against blacks, against Jewish people. Oh yeah, it shouldn't be a surprise. It shouldn't be a surprise at all. Because everyone, you want to talk about, everyone talks about that decentralization, everything in crypto. So everybody, well, yeah, you have everybody. That means everybody, from the best kind-hearted person to the most wicked, sinister type of entity you have. So it's no surprise. And it's crazy that all of this was coming out this week. Meanwhile, these people have a campaign to let it know, oh yeah, we're launching on Solana. Going, and then when another collective, another meme coin collective, challenges these guys that's migrating to Solana and said, yo, you doing all this over here. You never even supported the meme coiners, the art that they've done on Pulse Chain. And then instead of being sort of like open-minded and humble, because a lot of these people, they're so self-absorbed, Instead of being open-minded and humble, they say things like, well, I'm an artist too. That's not the point. And then doubles down and says, not only is he an artist too, but what he's doing is for his own community. But you were on Pulse Chain, but you were once a proponent or a supporter of Hex. I can't even say you're a Hexican. You were a supporter, but all of that is all for naught, right? It's all for nothing. This is the quality of people that y'all celebrate, that y'all give your monies to, folks. This is the quality of people you give your monies to, folks. Not to mention the disgusting craziness that y'all celebrate with these meme corners that throwing these hypersexual, derogatory type images and coin and whatever with this monetary value. Everything is all, as long as it's making money and it's good old fun and jokes, huh? Right? You could have incendiary images. You could have things pejorative as fuck. Talk about all kinds of crazy stuff, abusing and violating people, other members of the community, and that's okay as long as, you know, it's about monetary value, winning, right? Green candles, right? All money ain't good money, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all could keep that energy. Keep that. And what that does, what all of these things do, what all of this stuff that's going on, where folks are just all in their feelings, right? Emotional. This is what men are doing too, which is a whole nother situation. These men out here acting like women, worse than women. The women are like, yo, where are the real men out here? Who's really standing on business, like the children say? Like really trying to be adult, mature, and have a vision and enacting upon that vision and help uplift other people, man. You got these dudes conspiring in the background and acting on their on these weirdo thoughts that they got going on, yo. That's what's going on over here, man. To what end? What all of this does in truth is basically help people who are going to remain consistent and focus on this strategy and plan with the RH coins know that they're doing the right thing. Because all it does is fuel and allows you to become more polarized, with conviction and commitment and serious in your thoughts and understanding what you got going on. Everyone wants to destroy and throw you off your path. And that's not going to work, because 4 years ago, this is what was going on in a different level. Many of these people that are talking here weren't around 4 years ago. Many of these builders, right, that, oh yeah, I'm doing this, want to migrate to Solana and all that, they weren't here in 2020. They weren't here. So they don't respect history. They only think that once they show up, it's all about them and what they got going on, and they're trying their damnness to prove RH wrong. They're trying their damnness to prove them wrong. And how's that working out? It just shows you. It shows you like history constantly rhyming. Doesn't exactly repeat itself, but it rhymes. This is what we're reliving again. These things are cyclical in nature. Once this surpasses and we enter the bull market, people are going to forget about these periods. They're going to forget about these moments. This 2-3 year moment of wretchedness from these people who are so impure in their thinking, so wicked, so nasty, so disgusting in their thinking. Folks are going to forget, but there are going to be people like me and many others who are going to remember and respect it and understand when the next bear market comes, it's going to be more of this augmented, more of this same energy. Folks lying to you, switching sides, tricking you, deceiving you, robbing you. That's going to happen every single bear market. Bull market is just everybody's blind and euphoric if you're not careful. You could throw anything at the market and you make money in the bull. And the bear is the opposite. You could still make money, though, if you're smart. You could still make money if you're smart. It's not financial advice. But that's what's taking place here. A lot of these things, people think that whatever trash systems they're working on, whatever, nonsense, coin of the day they got going on is going to be here a year from now, 2 years from now, 10 years from now. Right? Right? You got coins that launch with the derivatives of Hex. They still around, but who's talking about them? Only been out 2 years. And in most cases, less than 2 years. Nobody talking about them. But what people talk about that they hate so much? Hex. Yeah. They're talking about that though. Heavy. Whether it's good or bad, whatever EHEX, PHEX is talked about. They don't talk about the derivatives as much as they were the first year those things were coming out. So I rest my case. There's nothing more to talk about with y'all that get caught up in this fervor, this excitement. This whole thing is, oh no, I'm launching this, I'm launching that. Yeah. It's exciting for the moment until it's not. You have these influencers that came out of nowhere, that came into community, sidebar, just went sidetracked and introduced their own projects. And what has happened with their projects, yo? Yeah, do I have to name names? What happened? What happened to date? Struggling. Folks that had these mastermind classes and courses and mastermind attempts to fleece. Launch their project for the first 60 days, first 2 months is hype. The best thing in the world. And then what happened? It's quiet. Why? Because you didn't understand. You missed the mark. You have a man that's been teaching the world and educating the people for free on what this is all about. And you don't want to listen to him. You want to challenge him, go against him. And life is showing you what the truth is. Either way. Because you can't stand him because why? He was rocking Prada and twerking in front of peacocks. Who cares? Who cares? Why? He doesn't stream anymore. Who cares? He's active on X, active on Twitter. People missing the mark left and right. And it's a sad situation. It really is. Hypercelto, what's going on? 100%. I hear you, man. I hear you. They said that economic energy, DCA. I hear you. Ernie Savage, what's the deal? What's the deal? People in the building. It does. It does. It sure does. It sure does. Tail 7, what's happening? What's happening? Yeah, it's on. It's always going to be for on-ramp. If you're talking about the centralized exchange, it's always going to be for on-ramp. On-ramp. You know, but a lot of places that you go to on-ramp are not the safest places to go to on-ramp. I get it, but it just still looks crazy though, because it's on-ramp, but it's, you know, it's still, it doesn't take away from the fact that you're still relinquishing. You think, you know, entities like Gemini or Coinbase, Crypto.com, or whatever entities you use to onboard, offboard are trustworthy? No, they're not. These are things that we have to deal with. But when you have people who are in DeFi, who've been in this ecosystem, basically out declaring, oh yeah, you might as well go campaign for Coinbase. Why not? If you're doing that for some MEXC subpar MEXC, you might as well do, you know, why don't you go to crypto.com and say, hey, we right here or whatever? I don't even know how those systems work. I don't care. Coinbase, knock on the door. Brian Armstrong, what's good? What's good? What's going on? Yeah, we want to, you know, give you our keys because this is how the system is so janky as all heck. And, you know, want you to hold my coins, like, because I trust you more than I trust me, because this is the way the system is, man. We have a long way to go. A long way to go. A long way to go. But people don't understand the elements, the risky, dangerous elements that's involved with all those things, man. You know, you touching some type of centralized exchange, you touch and go. You don't let them touch and hold. Explain that to the people. Like, let the people know, like, yo, y'all don't leave your stuff there. You know what I'm saying? If you in this for long term, you a trader, whatever, you handle your trading business. But you're getting involved with these third parties. They don't care about you and what you got going on. KuCoin and all these other, they don't care. None of them do. None of these obscure exchanges do. They don't care. They get money, they get rich off of you. What was one of the main ways that people got successful in crypto? Besides being a founder, besides hodling, what's another main way? being the owner of an exchange, the owner of an exchange, such as a centralized third-party exchange. So yeah, let's get into this, create this listing and enrich whoever owns MEXC some more. Enrich them some more. In the spirit of onboarding people. Wow. Wow. And then let it be celebrated and campaigned by people who've been in the space long enough. But it's like folks like the PH guys, like I see the angle. I'm not mad. Don't hate, you know what I'm saying? Don't hate the man, hate the game. Don't hate the hustler, hate the game. I get it. Don't hate the player, hate the game. I get all that. Got first movers advantage. You saw a lick and you took advantage of it. Yo, it is what it is. But be real and honest about what's taking place here. These folks can't be trusted like that. It can't be trusted. Don't think that, oh yeah, this is going on and there's not a caveat attached to everything they're telling you. Especially if you're celebrating leverage trading, lending. Now it's a centralized exchange listing and all that. Come on, folks. Man, there's danger signs, you know, attached to all of this, But more so with those things. Ladies, liquor, and leverage and all that. Come on, man. Leverage and lending and giving up your tokens to someone else. What's all this for? What are we doing all these? Well, we got these weird 4-letter links, IPFS and all this stuff. What was that for? Was that not to empower, to allow you to know that you could utilize this wherever you are at any point, as long as you have internet access and you have your things with you at all times? You don't have to contact some MEXC, some Coinbase, some third party, anything. It's bizarre. It's absolutely astounding to how folks can just like not see this and not really like call it out. The same energy that you see folks trying to campaign and do all these things that are weird, right? Little voices like myself and little voices like Pulse Nation, we try to just stand firm on what's real. What's real as far as real to the core principles that created all that allowed this to even be. And we're the villains, we're the enemies, we're the scapegoats, we're the people that they throw daggers at, and then they try to say that, you know, it's the opposite. You don't see the illusion, you don't see the smoke and mirrors, you don't see the lies, the deception. Our narrative, the narrative has been consistent from day one. Even before Pulse Nation, our narrative has just been consistent for years. Made a parody song about how, you know, you guys donate to Empire State Token and you know, once you donate, you'll get nothing back. Nothing. At minimum, if you do get something, it won't be worth much of anything anyway. So both ways you get rugged. And that was just satirical. This has become like actual facts. This has actually happened to people. So now to this day. What happened with the launch fiasco that happened this week? What happened with that? Mean, nonsense, weirdo thing. What was, huh? Oh, they're doing a relaunch, but you attach yourself to that. Once you attach yourself to something crazy, that taints your whole reputation and career. Like I said, like I said before in previous, people don't respect what product market fit even is. They don't respect what it is. They don't know what purpose it has. And we see it to this day. Compared to every other token that anybody post-Hex, post-Pulse Chain, post-Hex within the last 4 years since Hex was launched, and anyone within the community that launched their own token and their own project and all this have not become more popular than Hex. Hex already had the advantage because it came out before all your coins. I'm talking about people who created coins since Hex was launched within this shanty town. Hex have been more popular than all their coins. More popular. And what to this day, with the same excitement, same controversy, same heated arguments and aggression for nothing, or whatever. It's more. No other coin in the community that was launched after Hex within this community could say the same. None. Why is that? Why is that? Because of a level of when you think about product market fit, about a thing that's solving an issue, a fundamental issue, and that's been working and still exists. And not only does it exist, but on multiple chains, that says a lot. And people still talking about it, people still believe in it since the beginning. That says a lot. It's not for nothing when you say when the man has said, Hex is better than Bitcoin. That's not for nothing. It's not for any, for no reason. These other coins, these are all these other tokens, all these other whatever. Come on, man. What has more notoriety? What's more popular? What's more infamous? What's been gate kept the most versus everything else within this ecosystem that was, what else? What else? I don't, y'all keep, people are going to trick you consistently and constantly and force you to lose, folks. They're going to force you to lose, and it'll be up to you to decide what you're going to do ultimately, because no one can force you to do anything. But they're going to influence you to the nth degree to help you believe what they're saying. So then you could possibly make a mistake that you won't be able to recover from. If these prices soar out of reach and it never comes back down, just like Hex never went back down to 4 zeros and a 5, it hasn't yet. Here we are. Here we, this is what we're dealing with right here. We right here. We right here. Just like Hex was 4 years ago. We right here where Hex was as far as post X. As far as even post chain, yes, sacrifice, but we still right at the bottom. This is it. We right here. Don't know how high this thing could go, and you're gonna mess that up and buy into all this other stuff, be distracted left and right. Oh yeah, because you're free to do whatever you want to do. Okay, you're also free to lose. Same argument. People, oh, we're free. It's your money. You can do whatever you want. Yeah. You're free to lose. You're free to sell your future. Shout out RH. You sold your future. You're free to do that. Don't cry later. All these tokens that these people got, all these things that they've got, all these things that they talk about can outperform. They will tell you, they will tell the believers, they will tell the viewers, they will tell folks that have been here since the beginning who know better. These builders and developers and coders will tell the people that what they're creating could outperform Richard Heart tokens. Okay. Time will tell. Time will reveal itself. But then you also can see their levels of immaturity when they get upset and they decide, you know what? They're going to do something else or launch this or launch that or launch this and launch that. Let me tell you something again, because I got to keep repeating certain things. Many projects that come out and have come out, let's say within the last, 4 to 6 months, tokens that came out, doing whatever. A lot of them came out, and no less than a month or two later, they had to add another token to the token that they launched. And a month or two after, they had to add another. Why do you think that even is? Poor tokenomics. What do you think that is? Why do you think that even exists? Did that happen with Hex? Right? Other people came out during the whole Hex launch period and first 350 days and try to do things and say that, oh yeah, we're going to add this to the Hex token. We're going to create our own separate thing that's supposed to be better and this and that. And how does that fare for the Hexicans in the past? Huh? Did Hex have something on top? Did Richard Heart create another token to go on top of Hex? added to Hex, another Hex 2.0, Hex 3.0, Hex 4.0. No, 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 no. Did Bitcoin have to do that? Bitcoin forked into 1,000 different iterations. Bitcoin pizza, Bitcoin cotton, Bitcoin shoelace, Bitcoin butter, all kinds of Bitcoin came out when the thing first forked in 2017. It was bananas. But the main chain is the main chain. People try to do ordinals and all this little weirdo stuff because they're mad and pissed off that people can make a lot of money too on EVMs. And the first EVM, Ethereum. And what did people do? Use a smart contract and ran with it. But then you see some type of, Ethereum fork too, from classic to what it is now. Ethereum proper. Well, now it's Ethereum 2.0 because it's in forks from proof of work 2 years ago, September 2022. But when you got people launching a coin and then 2 weeks, 2 hours later, they got to launch another coin on top of the coin and then launch a third coin on top of that coin and top of that coin and top of that coin. No sustainability, no provability, no track record, no real experience of success, nothing. And y'all think they have the secret to the holy grail that whatever they selling, you need. And then you fall every single time and think that's cool. But no, wait a minute. This new person who barely knows nothing about anything, who basically leached off an original idea, because a lot of things in crypto have all been copies of original thought or so-called original, whatever. Modified first principles, upgraded, rebranded levels of first principle things, whatever. Not actually the first. They could do better. And what have they shown you? What have they shown you? You got a collective that can't even keep their pants till they jumping on Solana. Like, you already got how many 10 tokens going on? Why don't you celebrate that? No, they can't. It got to be about new, this and that. But you got something already that's solid. But you can't keep still. And want the people to buy into whatever you got going on, because you're always going to have folks following everybody. And meanwhile, they could be mindless, brainless sheep. Like, you just don't even know. You don't even know. Folks, wisen up, people. Wisen up. Yeah. The vibrations are nasty. 100%. It's crazy. But this is why those vibrations are nasty. It's not overall. Those though, it's because this is why I say, like, what you focus on is what matters. Be careful what you expose yourself to, because once you see it's some unhealthy type situation, exit out of your life. Exit out of your life. Whatever you have to do. Stop following, stop listening, turn it off, walk away, be focused, and remain centered as possible to what you believe in. Because you're always going to have adversary try to take you off your square, try to throw you off your center. You always going to have some opposing views, and some may be legitimate, but in crypto, most aren't legitimate. Especially when you standing true on what allowed many people to see millions of dollars worth of Hex in 2021. You're going to go against those same principles that allow people to see millions of dollars. None of y'all could really even prove that one person pumped the whole market, yo. But you want to talk all this sideways weird stuff. Because if you could prove it, it would have been proven already. The man is fighting a legal battle with some bureaucratic, three-headed monster. If it could be proven, it will be proved already. All y'all do is just talk. Oh, yeah, it was one person that pumped the market. One person, you know who owns the OA. You can't even prove it. Is it worth even talking about? Well, these people are so infantile, so emotionally immature and unintelligent. They allow their feelings to dictate what's the next move. That's crazy to be a founder or a builder, not even a founder, a builder. coder, developer, you create some coins and you're not happy with what's going on, you thinking like your absence in pulse chain is going to destroy the chain. Like, this is how egotistical these people are. They think their let's say their departure or their exit from a chain is going to cause disastrous effect. This is how much they suffer from self-aggrandizement. This is how conceited these idiots are. They believe if they lead the chain, that's going to cause people to feel sorry because now the value of the chain is going to go down because they left, as if they have more power than an entire market put together. How does that even work? And then when you're leaving the market, you're going onto another chain that supports racism, anti-Semitism. That's what you call smart. That's what you call quality. That's what you call noble. That's what you call ideal. Like, these are the folks, like, so you know what? If this is the energy you know what I'm saying, you carry, I don't have to ever entertain anything these developers have to say anymore. A wise developer that I used to be a part of their community, used to always say, he called them bookie devs. Shady bookie devs, yo. That's what a lot of these people are. That's what a fundamental crux of a lot of problems that we see today in crypto is from these shady, immoral, unethical, fake programmers and developers. There are not many good devs out here, yo. There are, but not many. And those that pretend to be good and all upstanding and you're virtuous and pious and you're doing all these great things, why are you acting like a child? When things don't go your way, you cry. You don't stand for anything. You want to go and exit and go jump on some type of racist blockchain. Because once you decide to do something, there's no change in your mind. Meanwhile, you one of your contracts, fall of 22 had a bug in it. Now your career and skills as a developer will always have that blemish on it. I don't care what you do moving forward, you always got to fight against the fact that your reputation is stained because you had a flaw discovered in one of the contracts you created out of haste. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. And people are supposed to believe in what you got going on because you have this cute new novelty idea of some meme. It's not even original. Memes. People try to pretend like they could bring originality into this space. It's all copies of copies. All copies of a copy of a copy. Don't even know how to market themselves very well. If you could market yourself, if you could, generate interest and attention, people would be talking about your derivative coins as heavy as they talking about Hex, as heavy as they talk about Pulse Chain, as heavy as they talk about Pulse X. The person who created those things or had the presence of mind to stand on those things, the leader who launched these chains and dexes, is a marketing expert. Can't you tell? Can't you tell? You talk about him even when he doesn't even want to be talked about. That's just his natural lane. That's his natural realm. The gentleman yesterday on the stream would talk about rage against the maxis. I mean, it's just pathetic. You raging against maxis. So what's that doing for you on your day-to-day? Does that give you peace? Does that give you comfort? It's pathetic. Raging against maxis. Nasty, disgusting, immature, childish. No one got time for that. You're just giving me actually on a real level, you're giving me content to talk about certain things. So that way, whatever gifted human being or nerd who wants to work hard and do their research, do their real due diligence, may stumble on one of my streams after being, trying to get involved with DeFi and discovering all the toxicity, the real toxicity taking place in DeFi. It's not from Pulse Nation. It's from these other weirdos. When they discover that, they can see something over here, basically combating or even presenting information in such a way where, hopefully it makes sense to people. Hopefully this is something that, okay, I see the other side of the story. I see the other side of the coin, because I could easily be toxic too, but that'll be me being weak. It's easy to give up and join the crowd. But crypto's not about joining any crowd. It's not. It's about being independent, standing on your own, and formulating your own ideas and thoughts from information you collect and gather. Imagine you got this group of meme corners. They get on the spaces after you launch something so crazy and no one cares. No one really cares. When you do certain things and all it is that you're doing is trying to get attention from another man, y'all be trying to get attention from Richard Heart so bad. It's disgusting. It's questionable. It's almost like I have to question what your ulterior motives are, because it doesn't even matter. You don't stop at anything. As long as he can say something to you, you will do whatever it takes just to receive some type of attention from this one person. How sad is that? How sad is that? You'll flip a logo that he sent in 2022 and flip that and try to get to spin the narrative to a new project launch to get him to talk about you. This is to this end, this is the length you go to. Talk about losing your way. And then where do you see yourself a year from now? Where do you see yourself in this particular project 2 years from now? 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, you won't even care. Because this thing was not a product that fit anyone's paradigm except to get rich right quick. It was a scratch off lottery ticket. It's another pump and dump hype situation. It's not long-term anything to enrich anyone's coffers. These are just quick experiments. You pitching some type of narcotic to the people. You throwing these things out like it's nothing so that the folks can run, get high, and lose and get wrecked. For today, forget about tomorrow. And you're trying to say, hey, founder, RH founder, look at what we got going on over here. Celebrating, and then you have OGs, so-called original Hex believers who support images of influencers here, RH Maxis. To support images of RX Maxis getting violated. And that's supposed to be celebrated? That's supposed to be praised? This is the quality of people that's in this community, folks. There is no kumbaya like y'all would want to believe. This is about money. And you find the worst of the worst here. That's the truth. That's just the truth. Whether you like it or not, good, bad, or indifferent, it's just the truth. They'll stop at nothing to get someone's attention. Stop at nothing. Because they believe all publicity is good publicity. Right? All publicity is good publicity. The person who understands that very well is RH, because he got everybody still talking about Hex, whether you like it or not, 4 years later. over 4 years later, more than anything anyone else got going on. Because any other project that other people got going on outside of RH right now, if they're not doing something that's, creating tools for people to see certain things and data and things of that nature, if it's about a certain coin that's in direct competition with what he has going on, they don't have the same popularity like RH does. They just don't. He's been here longer. He figured it out sooner, a lot quicker. Test yourselves to the highest limit to introduce something original as best as you can. But what you have here, folks, leeching, copying, backbiting off of things that have already been created to try to get opportunities to come up off of everyone by getting their money, taking their monies from them. That's what you find here. That's what you will continue to find here. This is not new. None of it is new. None of it is new. You see, you got to try your best to keep a positive mental attitude by dismissing the nonsense, dismissing the noise, folks. That's all this is. It's chaotic for no reason. Folks will create things and say, oh, no, we're having a good time. It's all jokes. Well, if it was all jokes and you're having a good time, why you only have, after so many months you've been in existence, why you only have a certain amount of people just listening to you all the time? It's like a gaggle of people who just can't get outside of their way, and they want to say, oh no, it's because you have these group of maxis that don't like us. No, it got nothing to do with that. Perhaps what you created is of low quality. Perhaps what you created doesn't really send good signals out there to the world to take you serious when everything is so hypersexualized. I've never met I've never been in any type of financial, crypto, whatever legacy, anything sick situation where you have so many things over here, not even dealing with penny stocks and pink sheets or whatever. Dealing with like grown adults acting like children, where everything is so perverted and twisted and macabre. Everything nasty, hypersexualized, and then it's celebrated on streams, celebrated throughout social media. This is what's pushed as far as narrative. And then you wonder, what's the agenda? What's it about? What's the purpose? Is it really about making money? I could create a company and all it does is serve and deliver poison and get rich off of it. It's still poison. It's still nastiness. The behaviors of these people, like they lost their minds for real. Don't argue, and that's another thing too. Not once I'm not gonna waste my time arguing with folks who just, this is all they are. They're just contentious in nature, in spirit. Wicked souls, wicked beings. You could tell sometimes from the energy they give off, even through a device. Because even through words, you could hear, and from the words, from the energy resonating from someone's words, the inflection, you could sometimes tap in and really be attuned to what's being said. You can feel and pick up on who's real and who's completely disingenuous in what they're saying. It's not hard. You don't have to necessarily be in front of someone to tell that they're full of shit. And many people you see here, that's what they are. And they wreck themselves and crash. They want to crash out consistently and allow people to align with them and join them, because misery does love company, but success loves company too. Don't be a jealous hater. Don't be envious. That's not good for you. It's not healthy. You won't live a prosperous, joyous life when you're just embittered with salt and everything is competition. Who are you racing against? Who's right and who's wrong for what? These guys are so rainbowed out. It's not even funny, man. Got nothing against your lifestyle and alternative, whatever you got going on, but come Come on, man. Like this is what we doing. They're so emphatically embracing the rainbow. It's so crazy. Just say it. Say what you are. Embrace it. What are the renditions? You know what I'm saying? Diana Ross yourselves out the closet, man. I'm every woman. Do all that. Do all that. You might achieve good results and get some good onboarding, because you know this is for everybody, every walk of life. But y'all do things in such a way where it almost turns sadistic and criminal and evil. That's where you lose me. Like I'm like, oh, completely. I want nothing to do with any of them, any of those communities, any of those tokens, any of those people. None of that. None of that. It's not how I live. It's not what I'm about. It's what some of these other people are about. Because again, you find everything good and everything bad in life. And why should it be different in crypto? Told you, these DeFi streets, wretched, corrupt, but also affords you an opportunity to see some great things happen. But keep your eyes and ears open to what's going on. For sure, for sure. And with that, folks, blessings to everybody. Tail 7, what's the deal? Doc Lover in the building. Bugs, what's up? What's up? Checks my pulse in the building. What's going on? Appreciate that. Check says, what's up? What's good, Hexagon? Al Merlos, DCA time. Yeah, man. Tail 7 said, Rainbow down what we do. Yeah, man. It is what it is, man. Look, man, be vigilant out here. Take care of yourselves, your day, and your loved ones. And I'll catch y'all on the next one. Take care. Peace.